Hey, what is up, guys? It's Bob Fusion here, back with another video. Today I'm teaching you the basics to Toontown animation and level design and the basics of Panda 3D. I'm going to try to make this as short as I can while explaining as much as I can. I've seen a lot of tutorials that just kind of show you what to type, but they don't explain it. And I would like to say I just started this. I am no coding expert. I've not taken any coding classes. It's just over time I've kind of learned what all these means. So we'll start with the download links. In order to, Toontown is based off of Python coding. It's a coding language. If you don't know what the difference between coding languages, I don't know if this is a project for you. But what you want to do is you want to come to python.org, go to download the newest version. This could be different for you depending on what time you watch this. Download the newest version. In my case, it would be 3.6.1. I click that, starts to download. I've already downloaded it. You can run through the installer. Then you want to make your way to panda3d.org. And then at the top, you're going to see download. And you want to get SDK, which is for developers. So technically, you'll be a developer using Panda 3D. Get the newest one, latest, should say latest stable, just use a little shield. In my case, 1.9.4. So let's give that a nice download. Install that up. That's pretty simple. And then you want to come to genie.org. This is where we're going to be writing all our code in. You want to come to the sidebar over here. You want to go to the releases under the downloads and click that. If you are on Windows, you just want to click this one. You want to get the Windows binary. If you're on OS X or Mac, this all should be pretty similar. Just going to get the OS X version. And then finally, this is nice to have. This is a extra phase file 15. I saw this on a channel named Sam's Gaming. He did a video on Panda 3D. He did a little bit more. He did his coding a little bit differently, which I find a little bit more confusing and didn't really explain it that well. He did have an ad file link, but I'll just put the Dropbox link because I don't want you guys to go through ad file because I find that annoying. So just click the download button in the top. Alright, now that we've got that out of the way, you want to open up your file explorer and you want to locate your Toontown rewritten folder. So what we're going to do in my case is, this is different for Mac. I'm not quite sure how you get there for Mac. You can probably find it on the internet. But for Windows, you want to go to your local C drive. In my case, programs 86 and Toontown rewritten. And once you get into this folder, you're going to see a bunch of these phase files. You want to copy every single one of these phase files, and then you can back out of this folder. And then as long as you install Panda 3D to the default directory, you're going to see it right here. If you go back to this PC and you go to local C drive, you're going to see Panda 3D 1.9.4, whatever version you're running. So you want to open that up and you want to paste all of your phase files into here. This just makes it easier, so when you're writing the code, you don't have to don't have to specify exactly where it is because it already knows the phase files are in here. But see, these phase files are in .mf files. That means you can't access them right now. So we're going to have to open up CMD, which is command prompt. This is pretty simple. Just follow along. What you want to do is you want to copy, I'll leave this in the description too. It's basically a program in Panda that allows you to extract phase files. So what you want to do is you want to open up your command prompt and you want to type cd in. This means change directory. Changing directory means right now it says looking at users and then it's looking at my name. So currently that's the current directory that's in. So what we're going to do is we're going to type cd and we're going to drag the Panda 3D folder into our terminal window. So it's going to say, so we're going to change the directory to C and then to Panda 3D. So now you can see instead of being in users Brenton, we are now in Panda 3D. So now you want to run this thing that you copied, multify.exe. This will be different on Mac. I'm not quite sure how to do it. You're going to have to find different tutorials. But basically you want to run this. You want to click enter. I'm not going to click enter, but what we'll do is we'll extract the .mf file so you now have some folders. And you want to do this for every single phase file. So what you can do is you can use your arrow keys. You want to put the little blinking white thing on the dot, and you just click backspace, and then you put 3.5 in my case. It says 3.5 is the next phase file. And you want to do 4. Then you want to do it for every one. And also, we talked about this phase file right here. When you download that, it should already be a folder, and you just want to drag this into the Panda 3D folder too. So once you get through all of that, you're going to have these phase files, which you can technically get rid of, but I'm going to keep them in here for, whatever. So and then you'll be left with these folders. These folders contain everything, all of the Toontown textures and models. So you're going to see these .bam files. You're probably not going to be able to open them right away. So what you want to do is you want to go to Open With, More Apps, look for apps on this PC. Then you want to make your way to your C drive. You don't even have to do this. This is just an extra step. So if you want to view what model you're going to be looking at, and then I think it's in bin, and then you got to look for P Viewer. Where's that at? P Viewer right here. Open it with that. You open up a command window, and then once this loads, we're opening Toontown Central. As you can see, we got Toontown Central right here. So that's pretty cool. So this is all the phase files. So the phase 15 has all the playgrounds in it. That's why you had that downloaded, so you didn't have to place all the objects and stuff. Alright, so now let's open up Genie. So Genie is an application where you can code a lot of different languages, but in this case we'll be using Python, and we got to define that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up to the top file, new, or you can click that new button, and then you're going to be with this file, but this file doesn't know what coding language it's in yet. So what you want to do is you want to go to File, Save As. I'm going to save mine to my desktop. You can save it to wherever you want. Just remember where you saved it, and then you're going to have to name it anything you want. So you can name it like Toontown. You can name it Test. For this case, I'm going to name it Test. Actually, never mind. I already have test.py. We're going to do it YouTube.py. You have to put the .py at the end because this is a Python file, and the program won't know if you're actually coding Python unless you have that ending. So you just want to click Save, and there you go. So it'll say that you are now in your thing. So what you want to do now is, this will be in the description. This basically just imports a bunch of things from Panda 3D, some useful tools. So you just want to copy, paste that in. Pretty simple there. So now we're going to start getting into, actually, I'm missing something. Hold up. So that will be at the top. So when you're writing code, the program will reads from the top down. So whatever it sees first, So what we have this at the start, so it's going to import these before going to the code below it. But what we need to do is at the end, we need to have it actually run correctly. So what we want to do is you want to click Enter a few times, and you want to paste this. This will just have it so when we're done, when we execute it up here, it will run the actual program. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put in what it's called, Toontown Central. So I find it easy to make your way to your Panda 3D. Always have this open. So we know that phase 15 contains Toontown Central. So what we're going to do is we're going to create something called a variable. And a variable is basically, we create a word, and we can use that word later in our code, but it has a value to it. So instead of repeating the value over and over again, we can just use that one word so the program knows exactly what we're talking about. So in this case, we're going to name this TTC. You can name this whatever you want. Just remember what this is. This is going to represent this is going to represent Toontown Central. So in our case, we're going to call it TTC. Name it whatever you want. But now you have to follow me exactly what I do. You're going to have to do loader.load model. Everything's case sensitive too. So if you do like TTC like this, you have to rewrite it like that whenever you're in your code. So you got to copy this exactly how I do it. So we're going to do loader.model, and then we're going to, so it's basically saying TTC is the variable, and TTC equals, we are going to load a model. But now we got to tell where the model actually is. So what we're going to do is we're going to do, I forget what that's called, but it's the button. That's also your quotes. Actually, you can do it in quotes too. So we're going to do phase underscore 15. As we see a word phase 15. Phase 15 / hood, because we are in the hood folder, and then we're going to do slash. And then what I like to do is we got to copy the name of the file exactly. So I like to go to rename and then select everything and then copy that, so we get it exact. And then we're going to do end quote, and then it will turn yellow, which means that the program will now read that. And then you got to do an end one of these, because if you ever have an open bracket, you got to close the bracket. Well, not bracket, whatever that is. But now if we were to run this, nothing would happen because we haven't actually rendered in. Oh, this is gonna be gray or black. Gray, yeah. So we see there's just a camera, but we have to actually put it into the scene. So what we're going to do is we're going to do TTC, which is our variable, dot reparent to, and then render. So it will render the actual playground. Reparent just means that, well, encoding this parents and child. So it's basically, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's putting it onto render. So now when we execute it, it's going to run through the lines of code. It's running through the top now. Now it's running through, pulling up the file, and then boom, here you go. You got TTC. Also, mouse controls. It's very wonky controlling in Panda 3D. Right click. If you hold right click down and go up and down, it will move you in and out. Left click, you can pan across, like up, down, side, side. If you hold them both down at the same time, you can rotate around the 0, 0, 0 axis. In my case, which is right here, so it's going to just pivot around there. If you hold middle click down, kind of same thing. Middle click plus right click, you do this, do some side to side. So that's basically all the controls for Panda 3D. But yeah, there we go. We got Toontown Central. Now let's get some COGS in here. I'm not going to be teaching you guys how to tune. They're a bit confusing. If this video is well received, I can totally do a tune. Thing. All right. So, also, quick note in coding: if you put let's call it just a hashtag mark. I think it's called pound technically. The code will skip over this. So basically, we can write anything we want here, and the code sees this hashtag at the beginning and automatically ignores this. So we can write little comments to ourselves. So what I'm going to do is we're going to be importing a what are we doing today? Let's see. We'll do a loan shark. We'll do a loan shark today. So I'm going to call this loan shark. So I know everything below here is going to be part of my loan shark. And we could do this as TTC. So this tutorial is going to be a little bit long. I'm sorry, but I don't want to break it up. This is going very in depth too. I'm trying to talk fast, keep it short as possible, while also keeping the content rich. So what we're going to do is we're going to start creating this loan shark. So we're going to create the variable for the loan shark. Remember, I have to type this exactly the same way every single time. So we're going to have loan shark equals, and it's going to be an actor, which means we can add animations to it. Now we're going to tell the program where it is. So due to my knowledge of the Toontown phase files, I know it's in phase 3.5. So we're going to tell it to go to 3.5. Actually, we'll open it up right now. So basically, we're just getting the suit in right now. So you want to head over to 3.5, models, character, or char. And then you want to look for loan shark. I'll get into a way to tell which suit the cog is. But there's suit A, B, and C is in a different folder. But luckily, in our case, we are going to be using suit B. So I can actually open this up and show you guys the suit. That's the suit right there. There you go, boom. So we're going to be importing that in. So we got to get this directory correct. You could just, what you could do is you can switch these slashes to go a different way, and you can just copy it, or you could write it out. For convenience sake, I'm just going to do it like that. But don't forget, we're in the character folder, but now we got to define what model we want. So we're going to right click. I like to do rename. You could just write the file out. If you want to copy it, don't forget to include the .bam, because you got to tell it what kind of file it is. .bam. Then we close it with one of those, and then we do a comma, because we're going to be putting an animation on this. What we're going to do is we're going to do curly bracket. Actually, there's no space there, so curly bracket. And then we're going to name this animation. So we can take a look at the animations. Animations are in phase 5. If you're ever wondering what models are in what phase files, just leave a comment. So we're going to go to phase 5. We're going to go to models. We're going to character, and since we're working with suit B, we can look at all these suit B. So I like to use finger wag. So we're going to create a variable called finger wag. And we're going to close that up. And someone's going through my Instagram and liking every single photo. That's really annoying. Then we're going to do a colon. Then we're going to tell the program where this file is. So we're going to do phase 5 / models. Let's pull it up. You see phase 5, models, character. Models, character. Suit B. Remember, you have to copy this exactly. So rename. So you got to get everything of the uppercase correct too. So remember, if anything's uppercase, make sure it's uppercase. All right, then we'll close that off. And we're gonna do curly bracket, I believe, and then end it like that. So that, I think that's it for that. And then we got to actually render it in. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do loan shark. We're going to define our variable again. So when you write loan shark, it automatically knows that we're talking about actor phase 3.5 finger wag. So we're going to do loan shark dot reparent like we did with the Toontown Central. Reparent to, and we're going to do render. So, and then we're going to do loan shark. We're going to type exactly how you typed it before. Loan shark dot loop, which means we're just going to be looping an animation, and we know the animation's name because we gave it to it is finger wag. Boom. Close that up. Now, when we execute the program, if I typed everything correctly, you'll get errors. You can pretty much figure it out from here, what your error would be. But if you're getting an error and you don't know how to fix it, just drop me a comment. I can probably help you out, or people around. You can also go to the Panda 3D forums. They're pretty nice over there. And let's just go to the Panda 3D. You can documentation too. There's a lot of Python references. So if you want to get more in depth, definitely check out the Python reference in the Actually, the manual would be good. Community, you can talk on the forums. A lot of people know Toontown. So as you can see, we got our costume in here, but it doesn't have a head. It doesn't have the correct clothing on. So we're doing pretty good right now. And also he's stuck inside the stairs, so we can fix that later. But there we go. So now we're going to be working on its head. Heads are kind of strange. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new variable called loan shark head. I like to put an indent between different projects. So that, this is going to be the body, this is going to be the head. You can even put a little comment to yourself. So loan shark head, loan shark body. So, and also I'll leave this in the description below if you want to just mess around with it. I would suggest not just copying this. I would suggest running through this video or trying to edit some files to see what you can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to do loan shark head equals. So we're going to be loading a model. This is not an actor. This is a model. So loader.load model. We're going to be looking in phase 4 / models / char character, and let's make our way over there. So we're going to go back to our phase files. We're going to go to phase 4 models character, and we're going to search for suit B. As you can see, there's a lot of files in here, but we're going to be looking for the heads, suit B heads. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up with pviewer, like I said earlier. I tell you guys how to do this. If you skipped over that, you just do open with. We're going to just do this real quick. More apps. Go to your Panda 3 directory, then go to bin, I believe. Let's see, local C drive, Panda 3D bin. Then look for this, search for pviewer. Open it up with pviewer. So there we go. As you can see, we just got a bunch of heads in here. It's kind of scary. But if you're going through, there's also the suit A heads are in here. But if you don't, so also this is a good part for figuring out COG you want to do. Say you want to do like a big cheese, but it's not a suit. You know, to figure out what suit it is, you can go to the heads file. So in this case, right here. And what we're gonna do is what the heck? Oh, that's textures. Hold up, I did that wrong. I'm sorry. What we're gonna do is you're gonna hold down Shift and L at the same time while you're in the Panda viewer. It's gonna name every single file, well, every single model in this. So say you're looking for suit B. You know, like say you're looking for like legal, you need to know what suit it was. Just come to this file, do Control L, and it'll say that the legal eagle's in here. If it's not there, well, this is all the A suits. And then if you click Control L here, or Shift L, sorry. Actually, I had to restart this. Yeah, so the fat cogs are actually suit C, I believe. So if you're looking for a fat cog, you can go there. I'm just going to reopen this. We're going to click Shift L, and it's going to name every single one in here. As you can see, since we're doing a loan shark, the loan shark is here. So also, you could do this for if you wanted like a big cheese or whatever. You could just change this to suit A. But I was just starting with this, and then once you understand the code, you can go back and try something else. But I would start with the loan shark. So we're going to do character, then we're going to do, since we know it's suit B, we're going to load the heads file. So we're going to copy that. Remember, copy that exactly how it is. And then what we're going to do is we got to tell it, since there's a bunch of heads in here, we got to tell it which head to look for. So we're going to end that with a little apostrophe. That's what it is. And we're going to do .find, which is going to look in the model itself. Then we're going to do another apostrophe. Then we're going to do asterisk, asterisk, or star, star, / loan shark. And it has to be typed exactly how it is in the file. And in our case, if we go back to that file, as you can see, it's all lowercase right here. And this is loan shark. And then there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to load this into the scene. So we're going to do loan shark head. Remember exactly how we typed it. Loan shark head equal dot reparent to we're going to be repairing it to loan shark dot find. So we're going back up to here. It's going to go back to the loan shark body. Let's do loan shark find. Then we're going to do this apostrophe. We gotta put one of those guys. Apostrophe asterisk asterisk / joint _ head. So basically, what it's saying is we've loaded the loan shark's head into the thing, but now we need to know where to put it. So it's going to look for the on the loan shark's body. It's going to look for the head joint and put it on there. So you're going to close that up with 2. Is that wrong? No, that's correct. Close it up with 2. Also, you have to put one there so it reads it. There we go. So we're going to execute this. This video is long, but it goes through absolutely everything you need to know to get started. So there you go. Now we have a loan shark head. Pretty snazzy. Alright, now we're going to get on to the textures, which is a pain in the butt. I could teach you I'm just going to do the torso in this example, but I could teach you the different ways to get the different textures. So we're going to do loan shark, and we're going to actually make a comment to ourselves that this is going to be the loan shark body texture. So now we're going to start writing the code. So we're going to create a new variable, which will be loan shark torso texture. I did just TEX. I found that to be easier. Equals loader dot load texture. And then we have to go to phase 3.5. That's where the texture is. /maps /m underscore blazer dot jpeg. So I just know this file off the top of my head, but remember, I want to teach you how to get there. So remember, Panda 3D, find your face file, in this case 3.5, then we're going to maps, and as you can see, there's different blazers. So since we're looking at, for the blazer, you search for blazers, so these are different blazers. It's a cache bot, so it's mblazer, so you can just copy that directly, copy the name of that. And since I'm not going to be doing the arms and stuff, to search for the arms, it's sleeve. So when you're talking about the sleeves, just search for sleeve and copy that file. And then finally for the legs, it's this leg. So it's the different legs. Yeah. So we're gonna do. Did I spell that wrong? I feel like I did. Yeah. Load texture. Boom. There we go. And now we gotta apply this texture. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna define. We're gonna do loan shark find. Then we're gonna have to look for the torso joint. So we do apostrophe asterisk asterisk / torso. Apostrophe. Close it. Dot set texture. And then we do loan shark torso texture, because that's what we defined up there. So basically, you close that up. Actually, you gotta do comma 1 right next to the texture. I don't know why. You just gotta set the thing to 1. But basically, now when we load this, if no errors, nope, we got an error. So as you can see, it's talking about youtube.python, which is my file name. And let's see, line 40, we have an error. And that error is we didn't put .find. So you gotta do .find and then finds the torso. So basically this will tell you that there's something wrong. Alright, it doesn't know what to do, so you know that it's gonna be on line 40. So now if we execute this again correctly, it will load. So there you go. I guess I can go through the arms and stuff. Basically, you're just gonna copy this. Not really copy. Here, we'll do loan shark. I'll just do the arms and then the other things self-explanatory. So arm texture. Remember, we're creating a new variable equals loader dot load texture. And actually, I have the loan shark over here. So actually, I'm just gonna copy these over here. So yeah, you can just take a look at the code. It's pretty similar to the torso. It's just different JPEG files in different joints. But here's the code if you want to continue doing that. So now if we run this, he'll be fully closed. No, he won't. No, that I accidentally made legal. Hold up. Whoops, I copied the legal. Loan shark. Here we go. There we go. Now when we run this, yeah, so it's basically the same code. We're just looking for different images and different parts of the body. So there you go. We see we got the finger wag animation. He's chilling, but now he's in the wrong position. So what we're going to do is we're going to do loan shark to find. We're going to be using the torso because everything's connected to the torso. So we're going to do loan shark dot place and then do 2 brackets like that. You're going to execute it. And then when you execute, instead of getting, I spelled that wrong. Remember, uppercase. If you uppercase it, it has to be uppercase again. We're just going to open up 2 new windows where you can mess around with the placement. So you get your X, Y, and Z. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to rotate him using the H. So we're going to rotate him exactly 90 degrees. Then we're going to use our X value to set him, let's see. Yeah, we'll have him up there. So we're going to set that to 10. You can set this to whatever you want. Y value, no, don't want to change Y value. It needs to come up a little bit, so let's see, 5, too high, 3, too low, 4, just right. Actually, I went to wireframe mode. Let's see, he's good. But if we were to just to exit, then we wouldn't save it because this doesn't save. This is just placing it in the thing. So now we actually got to come back to our code. I'm going to move this over to the side. So what we can do is we can set its coordinates. So we're going to do loan shark dot set, and we're going to set its x value to 10 because as you can see we got x value of 10. We didn't do a y value, so we can skip directly to the z value. The z value is 4. We could do loan shark dot set h, and we set the h value to 90. So then now what we can do is we can get rid of this place because we don't need these placer tools anymore. So you can just make it a comment. So if you ever need to edit it again, you need to replace it, you can just undo that comment. So if we quit out of this, unexecute it up here, oops, crash Python. My B. Okay, I can't even exit out of it anymore. There we go. Let's unexecute that. So now when we load this, it's not going to load with the placer tool anymore. It's just going to load him right there. So there you go. That's how you get that's how you load a base texture. In this case, we did Toontown Central. And that's how you move and create a cog. So hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want to see a tune or any other tutorials, let me know. I am brand new to this, so if I made any mistakes, just let me know. There you go, guys. That's how you do that. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'd be glad to help. You'll be able to find this exact file in the description. You'll be able to find all of these links in the description too. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.